How you doing? This is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres, and I have some headlines to show you on the Cadillac paper. This is written by Chris Lamphere, and what this means is that Judge Thomas Salka has thrown out the declaratory ruling as unconstitutional. So that's a no-holds-barred victory for the citizens, and I am very happy and relieved that that's the case. I'm very proud, and we've done well. Well done. There was a time there when I thought, I'm not sure if we still are a representative republic governed by a constitution. But I am sure that we are now. There are some problems with the citizenry's lack of knowledge of the Constitution, and that has to change. And then they can hold their elected leaders and the bureaucrats to the same standards. So that needs to happen. That's something we need to work on. Okay, this is great. This is major. On page 2, you can get this one online, and maybe I'll see if I can figure out how to post it. But on page 2, it says, Senator Darwin Bohr from Everett, that's a town south of me, he's my senator, who has been an outspoken opponent of the ISO, Invasive Species Order, said it was high time the constitutionality of the order was decided in court. He said, I would like to see the governor repeal this order. You can't make something an invasive species just because it looks different. Okay? That's my senator. He's been very helpful. I've learned to respect many of our legislative type people through this whole process, and it's helped me to understand how that process works. Senator Bohr wants the governor to repeal this order, and I can tell you that is the final step of this phase. That's the final step of this phase. That order should never have gotten any further than the desk of the people at the DNR that wrote it. It violated the constitutional rights of the citizens of Michigan from the start. And that's something that they should always be looking at to make sure that their orders do not violate the constitutional rights of the citizens of Michigan. So this should never have gotten as far as it did, but it did. Okay, let's get back and get the governor to repeal it. How are we going to do that? All right, I need you guys again, but this one's easy. I don't have to ask for money this time, but I have to ask for a little elbow grease, a little effort. Now, you know that your effort that you've put in so far has yielded this. It's yielded this. I didn't do this. You guys did this. I need everybody to download the names and phone numbers of the state reps in the state of Michigan. State reps, all right? And then go to work on them. Call them up and encourage them to encourage the governor to repeal the ISO and the declaratory ruling. I mean, repeal it, throw it out, burn it. Right? Now, this is something that really needs to happen, and I don't know if I can stress how important it is, but it has to be done Wednesday and Thursday. I did a video the other day. It was a satire about how Baker's pigs are the only DNR certified pigs, and we'll still keep fooling around with that. It's kind of fun. But we knew it was going to be null and void eventually anyway. You can't have one person that's within the Constitution and then the person in the next county is not within his constitutional rights. You know, the DNR can't. They can't pick winners and losers like that, even though they try. It's not legal. Anyway, I need you guys to do that. I really, really need you to do that. Start working that list down. Call them. Encourage them to repeal the declaratory ruling and the invasive species order. If they say that they already have, thank them very much and go on to the next guy. You may get people that don't even know what you're talking about, and that's very, very possible. We already have about 12 guys that are really with us on this. And so we don't need that many more. But let's say we got 60 or 70 of them. That would be a really good thing. So let's do that. Please, I need your help with that. And I said it's the next step in this phase. There is another phase to come, and I'm going to talk about that at length later on, but this is the beginning of it right here. This is Hogwash, the American Pigtail. I've talked to you about this before, but here it is in its nifty little cover. All right, that's Big Mama. She was one of the first pigs we had on this farm of that variety, the Eurasian variety. She's gone now, but all right, this is the deal on this. We challenged the DNR to a day in court. We said we don't agree. We think it's unconstitutional. Let's go to court. We sued them for clarification of the declaratory ruling. They hemmed and hawed, did everything they could. 10 days prior, they drop all charges against us, get it dismissed. Now, what would have come out in that court of law is very important for the citizenry to know about. And it's also very important for us to weed out the outlaws amongst us. I said a long time ago, if you guys can't do things constitutionally, we want your jobs, and we want to weed these people out, and that's the next phase. They chose not to go to court with us, so I guess they didn't have a very strong case, and they figure they can wiggle out of it and keep all their secrets hidden. No, they're not going to keep them hidden. All their secrets are going to be in here, everything. There's nothing they can do to stop this. What we need is people to go to bakersgreenacres.com, go to the Buy It Now button for the movie, and buy it. We're asking for a $25 donation. Costs a lot of money to create a movie that is HBO quality and National Geographic quality. But, you know, we have to do it. This isn't something we just want to circulate to 10,000 citizens. We want it to go out to the masses and, you know, lots of replays and show everything. And what this is a how-to. This is a how-to fight back against this kind of tyrannical shenanigans is what it really comes down to. These people are not all that good at what they're doing, you know. So it's a good movie. It's entertaining. We had a lot of fun doing it. So please do that. We need quite a few more donations to get it finished, and it should be coming out in about a month or 6 weeks, the first cut, and then the finished version will be out just in time for elections in November. It'll probably be out in August. Okay, great job, great job. I'll still keep in touch, briefings and stuff like this, and then maybe when this whole thing is blown over, I want to go back to making videos just about good farm stuff, about how to do stuff and the fun that we have around here, because this has been a great experience for me. I appreciate it. You know, this has not been all bad. I've made a lot of good friends, made a lot of good contacts. It's stretched me personally, and I've found out that I know how to do a lot of things that I didn't think I knew how to do. And I feel good about my country. I feel good about my Constitution. I feel good about the people I know that have died and lost limbs for that Constitution. I feel better about that now. I was a little worried there for a while that a lot of what we do for the Constitution, the oath that we take to protect and defend the Constitution, is maybe in vain. I was worried about that. I was a little worried about that, but I'm 100% sure right now that we've done the right thing, and protecting and defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, is job one. If these people at the state capitol would just do that, everything will right itself. When they start talking about issues, you know they're just trying to take you someplace else. When you vet a candidate, ask them if they know what the First Amendment is. Ask them if they know what the Eighth Amendment is. And, you know, if you get a blank stare, how can they represent you at the state capitol and look out for your best interests if they don't even know what your Bill of Rights says? Okay? But that means you need to know it too. You need to know what that Bill of Rights says too. Okay, so this is Mark Baker's Green Acres. Very happy, very motivated, feeling good. Spring is coming, and I'm signing off, and remember, anyone can farm.